Well, come with me, guys. Absolutely amazing. Gotta be quiet though. Stealthy. But this is not beginner wildlife photography. To be honest, it's very difficult wildlife photography. Deer in the New Forest. Amazing. Anyway, a quick flip you around. Show you what I mean. It's not so much the subject. It's quite easy to photograph when you get in position. It's quite a large animal, but getting into position is the problem. Quick, flip you around. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah. So we have to negotiate carefully around all these dead twigs and leaves and make sure we're not spotted. It's not easy at all. And of course I shouldn't be talking to you at all. But hopefully the deer just think it's some lunatic talking to himself. So, if you're a clumsy sod, if you're the sort of person who trips up over their shoelaces in the morning, first thing, don't even bother coming to the New Forest. Go to Bushy Park, Richmond Park in London, and you can photograph deer all day long and get some amazing action. So don't bother the deer in the New Forest. There's only about 20 stags, I think somebody said the other day, in the New Forest. I thought that was a bit low, but there we are. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if that was a load of rubbish. But yeah, only about 20 stags. Anyway, we've already photographed 10% of them in one photograph. So, very good. And that's why we're here, because we've got a passion for wildlife photography and we want to capture the subject in its native environment. And already we've done very well with fallow buck. Got a beautiful shot in the mist of the fallow buck, linked to that one already this year with the new camera combination. So yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'll flip you around, show you where we've ended up this morning on Camilla and I. Yeah, so we're sort of here. We've ended up overlooking this quite a good clearing, and we're just hoping that now something is going to turn up with us in this static position. But who knows? This is wildlife photography, and this is the New Forest, not Bushy Park, so we can't expect too much. Shh. Just spotted a herd of fallow deer coming into the clearing from the left hand side. So yeah, quick flip you around. Yeah, so I'll go the wrong way. Coming into the clearing from the left hand side are some fallow deer. Just spot them through the trees. Anyway, we hope they'll come further down it's most important that you don't disturb the deer in any way, shape nor form. You don't chase the deer around the New Forest trying for the perfect shot. All you'll get is the backside of probably a buck, and they've got a nice horseshoe, which basically horseshoe inverted on their rump, and that indicates bad luck, you've missed another shot. So yeah, incredible. Anyway, I've just spotted another photographer, so yeah, coming right across the area where the deer were. So yes, somebody who might not know what they're doing, who knows. Anyway, beautiful. Anyway, yeah, somebody else is out photographing the rut. Well, they're certainly wearing the right gear, so I think they know what they're doing. Good. But that's the thing. If you don't know what you're doing, don't bother, okay? It's one of those. Come with somebody who knows what they're doing, okay? Well, I just spotted fellow YouTuber Mark Wright, who also does New Forest deer. I said to him in a comment we'd bump into each other at some point. Anyway, don't forget to check out Mark Wright's channel. He does some great work on deer photography. Anyway, yeah, he's still getting into position with his partner. Well, I'm going to break cover. Goes against protocol, but yeah, I'm going to break cover to see if I can catch up with Mark and his partner. Okay, quick flip your hair. Yes, he's over here somewhere. Oh, I've got to, I'll pretend I'm a dog walker. Okay, see you in a minute, guys. See if we can catch up. Well, it's a photographer's convention over here. Deep in the New Forest. Amazing. Yeah, look at this, guys. Everybody's converging on Mark Wright over here. Lovely. Supposed to be tracking deer. Well, photographing deer. And instead we've got a sort of meet-up going on here, I think. Yeah, amazing. There we are, yeah. Lovely. Morning, guys.
We meet at last.
It's. I was just saying to Camo, it's a photography meet-up. So much for deer. There's no deer. There's no sign of it. The deer are scarpered, I think. But can't really get across there.
Because of the Camo people.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you at last.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely.
Paul, by the way.
Right, Paul. All right, lovely.
Video.
Good to see you.
No, it's excellent.
Oh, I mean, it's the portability factor around here.
Oh, that's the trouble with this.
As we know, it's getting in position. That's the key. It's not.
When you've got everything else.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tripods and everything, yeah.
It's single spot tracking. Carry on, yeah. Carry on. Single spot tracking, and then I've got one 400th of a second set at the moment.
Ready to give it a go?
Give it a go.
Yeah.
I'll borrow yours. Wow, that was great. Meet up with Mark Wright and his partner, and Paul, who introduced us to the acorn feast. Apparently, that's what the deer in particular are probably making the most of at the moment. The hoovering up the acorns around, and yeah, that might be subduing their activity a little bit. Perhaps they're building up their reserves for the rut, because there's still not much rutting action yet in the New Forest. There's a few around, but they're very scattered apparently. Paul was saying, they're very scattered throughout the forest. So yes, you've really got to be lucky to come across one. And say not quite the rutting season yet. And as Paul was saying, it's just beautiful being out, absolutely incredible, and wandering through the forest, superb. But keeping your eye out very carefully for deer. And if you do come across a deer, just freeze, and it will spot you eventually, and then it will just walk away naturally, or scarper straight away if it sees you. But normally we don't disturb them at all. So yeah, just be very careful. Careful where you tread. Beautiful. Well, okay guys, we're in full stealth mode on Camilla and I. So we're camouflaged, not that that matters too much, but we're going really quietly. And of course the camera is all set to silent shooting. We've got silent video record, 4K 60 frames per second in silent mode, just with the press of a button. And also we've got 1/1000th of a second f6.3 and the ability to go from 70 to 350 millimeter, all very quietly, so we're not making any noise at all. And yeah, this is the key, a lightweight setup today on Camilla and I, to get in stealthily and close to the deer. Anyway, I don't know why I'm whispering at the moment. Well, except deer could crop up anywhere around here. We're just in amongst the bracken, and yeah, beautiful spot. You just don't know when a deer is going to show up, or indeed what type. Oh, just had a grunt then. Okay. And another essential item of equipment on Camo and I today is a pair of waterproof trousers. Yeah, normally we'd carry a mat around, a German army mat, but on this occasion we can't. So all the grass is covered in dew. So to sneak round stealthily and get down low, which is always important in photography, we've got a pair of waterproof trousers on. So yeah, but try not to get the wrinkly type, the ones that make a lot of noise when you move. You need soft fabric waterproof trousers. Okay. You can see the little tracks that the deer go through the forest. They create their own little walkways. So, yeah. Well, I don't know what it is today, whether the deer are deep in the woods foraging for acorns, could well be, but we haven't seen many deer in the open today. Just had a little fallow herd which I couldn't even get a shot of, and that's been about it so far. But I did get a few fallow does and fallow bucks on the way here this morning. So yeah, linked to a couple of those shots. But this morning, there has been a complete paucity of deer. Whether it's the number of photographers increasing as the rut becomes more imminent, who knows? But yeah, we haven't been able to get any action yet on Camilla and I. So unless we get some dramatic shot, I think we'll call it a day. And if I do get a dramatic shot, you'll know it'll be at the end of this video. Anyway, yeah, we can't always get a buck in the mist shot like we got last week. If you haven't seen the buck in the mist shot, check that one out, and a 1-minute video as to how we got the shot, how the deer just sauntered off. Amazing. And yeah, that's what we try for on Camilla and I, and that's what we're driven to get, is to get that perfect photo in the mist. Incredible. Lovely. Anyway, have a good one. Bye from Camilla 2 and I. Well, we've been managed to get in on a herd of fallow deer. Just does, I think. I think there is one buck out there, but it's mainly does. Well, we've crawled up to this position here between the bracken, and yeah, we've managed to get in on some fallow does. Amazing. And there is the odd buck around, of course, because it's that time of year. But we've yet to get the buck. I'll see if we can get the buck. But yeah, eventually we got something. No stags today on Camilla and I, but fallow deer again. Beautiful. Nice.